And we're live. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
How are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing great. My name is Tamara Woods. This is my channel where I talk about books and writing. And today, my special guest is Dana Gaulin, also known as Ava Fox. Would you like to tell the people a little about yourself?
Yeah, I am Dana Gaulin. I write erotic romance under my pen name Ava Fox. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of outside stuff this morning, so I'm ready to sit down and get some inside stuff done.
Let me pull you guys a little closer. Oh, while I break everything. Did you hear all that? I don't know what fell, but
It sounded like one of those metal coffee cups.
hmm.
Hopefully it's not breakable, whatever it was.
Exactly. Hopefully it enjoys the carpet.
That's right. Because I'm not coming to get you.
I don't know where it is, and it's going to live there for a minute.
Exactly.
Let's see. So, Sio's first. Hello. She's my Sagittarius twin. And hi, Soren. Beam me
up. That is so cool.
That is very cute. It is funny because when you're looking at it when it's tiny, it just looks like a pretty. It could almost be like an inverse of a sunrise on the ocean. Then you get closer, and it's aliens, baby.
That's right.
Hi, Camille. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Joanne.
Joan.
Hello. So let's see. Camp NaNoWriMo, are y'all doing it in the comments? I'm allegedly doing it, but I'm doing it. That was the rumor. Yeah.
There was a rumor going around that I was doing it, and but here's my official statement, okay?
I mean, I'm doing it just half-assed.
Right. That reminds me, this morning I was having coffee with the pets that I'm sitting, and we were watching like Good Morning or the Today some show came on because the TV's on so that the pets don't feel like they're all by themselves, and breaking news, and they're like, after many rumors of J-Lo and A-Rod breaking up, they officially came out and said, yeah. And I was just like,
is that breaking news?
I know. I'm like, is that really? That's breaking news. Yeah. But I did like the fact that they actually came out together and they were like, hey, this is for real. The rumors were true. We tried to work out some stuff, but nope, we're just going to be friends. So
it must be incredibly difficult to try to have a relationship under like the world's eyes, the weight of the world. Because it's hard to have one being someone who isn't in the public eye like that.
Oh yeah.
It's difficult.
Well, and they pulled it off very well because, I mean, I guess they said that they're better friends and so they're going to remain friends, especially because there's kids involved.
Well, that's good. At least they're able to like find that middle ground, you know?
Yeah. But like you see J-Lo's TikTok page and they look perfect. They look almost like they've been choreographed to look perfect.
What? Do they do that?
I don't know. I thought maybe there was something wrong with my marriage looking at this.
Celebrities who choreograph their lives?
Right?
Can't be. Vicious rumors.
That's right.
Twilight Guardian has hit the shelves. Special magic is floating in the exclusive store. Check it out. I just opened the Forest app, and that's what it told me.
Oh, that's what I was going to do.
Apparently, there's special magic. What's this special magic? What is this? Is this a new tree?
I think it's like a tree to commemorate 2020. Which, it's not on fire. And so when they were like, I was just kind of like, what? Okay.
Hi, Dee. How are you doing? What kind of creative lifestyle do you cultivate? What do you do?
Hello.
Co, are you writing erotica because of Ava Fox? Actually, no. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine. We've been friends for, oh gosh, 20 years. Doesn't that make you feel old? And I was like, I have something to tell you. I have a pen name and I'm writing erotica. And she's like, are you finally doing it? She's like, you've been talking about doing it forever. And I was like, huh,
Yeah.
has it been that long? So, yeah, I've been talking about doing it for a long time and I'm finally actually executing it. I even had, I have like an old cover for a story that I'd written, but it didn't pan out the way it should have and I ended up abandoning it. But, yeah.
Right.
It didn't work out. Can't you add some C3PO love, bebop, boom, chicka, wah, wah, and make me and Carol happy? Absolutely not.
I
will not
believe
do any of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I believe that Carrow was supposed to be the one writing the robot erotica.
Good grief.
So, yeah, you're going to have to hit her up on the C3PO.
Boom, chicka, boom, chicka. Brown chicken, brown cows. Oh
But
my gosh, you guys are the worst.
I think that, like, now that you are writing under a pen name, it's been a lot of fun to kind of bounce things off of each other. It
sounds scandalous, but
I know.
Not so much.
It's nice having someone that I can talk to, because like 99% of my author friends don't write erotica, and it's awkward sometimes to talk about some of the details of the genre when you don't have someone who writes that genre. So yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm excited because I have some people who write cozies, but no one that I really chat with on a regular basis.
Right.
So I'm even in some cozy mystery groups, but we don't have that kind of connection, or at least I haven't found someone.
Right.
So this has been very, very nice.
Yes.
Yes, ladies, bounce it. Oh my goodness. Hey, Misty Kate, glad to see you. D, everything creative, writing, crafting, etc. Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent. I wish that I was more crafty. I would like to be. I always have ideas and not the faintest of how to execute them.
Yeah. I had made a comment last night about the duck doorstop and how I used to have a couple of ducks and then I had a couple of rabbit doorstops. Mm-hmm. And then I started dreaming about sewing. So last night I was dreaming about sewing, and I was like, man, how could I need to get back into it. I need to pull my sewing machine out. And then, I got my sewing machine. I got my spinning wheel. I got all of these like little crafty sub projects. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish my book first. I'm going to stay on track. I'm going to finish my book before I get distracted by anything else.
I have noticed that folks who are craftier than I am, they'll have multiple projects going on at once.
Oh yeah, because like when I'm making, the last thing I made was a Cinderella costume for Mini Monster, and it required 60 yards of tulle.
Oh wow. That was a real project.
Oh yeah. And there were times where I had to create the bodice, and it had whalebone, in it. It was like a corset, and it's not made out of whalebone anymore, but that's what it's called. But I'm like, just in case, let me clarify. Um, there were times that I got so frustrated with that project that I had to literally walk away from it and work on something else. And it never failed. As I'm working on another project, whatever problem I was having would solve itself in my brain. And then I could go back and conquer this dress. But this dress broke me. Okay.
You'll have to share a photo if you have one.
Oh, I do. It's on my phone. I can.
Oh, by the way, we're using the Forest app. And so if you want to join us, and in the Forest app, you'll be in a room with us and we'll all be working together for this 15-minute sprint. And you basically can't leave us or else you'll kill our tree.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill the tree. So that is the code. And so join it now, because once we actually start with the sprint, you can't join, which
Yeah.
is, it makes, I guess I get it, but I wish that you could join later if you wanted to.
Right. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm looking at. All right. I love singing bowls. Okay. And the Gem and Mineral Show is here. And they have these new crystal singing bowls. Can you see those? And they're supposed to be like, the sound that they make is supposed to be like next level calming, grounding type of sound. And so I saw that they're there and I'm like, okay, well, where's their location? Let me go to the map so that I can, because the gym show is like, you've got to map it out. You have to have a plan. Otherwise it becomes so overwhelming because there's just so much to see.
How often does it happen?
Once a year. Yeah. And normally it starts towards the end of February and goes to the middle or end of March. But because of the current status of the world, they canceled it and then they pushed it back and then they canceled it again and then they decided no. And they said that only vendors in the continental United States were going to be there. But I was surprised at how many other countries were represented this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was still kind of international.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I met a really cool guy named Vincent from France. And I sent you those pictures of the naturally occurring sculptures.
Yeah.
And he
oh my God.
Oh yeah, he was so much fun.
They all looked X-rated, y'all. Like super duper X-rated.
I know.
It's like, what?
Yep. I looked at them and I immediately saw, Ava Fox came front and center and I was like, whoa. And then like on this one, the first time I looked at it, it kind of resembled like a heart, like an actual human heart, not just the heart shape. But then I looked at it sideways and I was like, oh, I have to have it. It's like $300. So you guys would have to definitely buy me a lot of Ko-fis for me to have that on my desk. But it was really, really interesting. And I started giggling. And of course I took a picture of it and then I read the card, because what the vendor saw, he would put on a card and set it in front of the item. And he saw Ganesh. And so I had to go find out who Ganesh was. And then I felt terrible because it's a Hindu god. And I was like, oh my gosh.
And you just saw a straight up peen.
Right?
Theo suggesting a Seasons of Seduction singing bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool merch.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so awesome.
How would you even?
I don't know. Maybe if I could find someone who like makes singing bowls and they could just kind of put like a picture of like Ava on it, or like do pictures of each book for Seasons of Seduction around it. I don't
Something
know.
to think about. Well,
Yeah,
Dee, thanks for stopping by, and I hope that your work day goes quickly.
that's
Bye.
right.
All right. Speaking of working, let's get to it. I'm going to start this timer in here and we'll sprint for 15 minutes. You guys work on whatever you need to, and we'll start chatting again at 35 after. In three, two, one, let's go. and we grew a tree. How'd you do? What did you do? Let us know in the comments down below. I wrote 312 words. It's pretty exciting. How about you?
27, 28. I wrote 28 words, but I'm handwriting Mini Monster a letter. So
Aww.
yeah, I'm like, it takes me a little while to get it, scratched out.
That's sweet.
Thanks.
Let's see. Kimberly and probably leaving, and Nicole and Jeannie all came during the sprint. So hi, 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 hello everyone. How are you? Um, Joanne got 189 words. Excellent. I have I have my keyboard. What is this? Like the third shelf on this thing. So when you guys kind of see me hunched over like that, because it's more comfortable to hunch over and type than to like rise up to here. This thing's just awkward.
Yeah.
This not desk. That's why I call it the not desk, because we might be using it as a desk, but it's not a desk.
Right. But it works. It gets the job done.
Yeah.
And do you have a stationary keyboard, or do you have one that can move around?
It's one that can move around.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Kimberly is just working on a plot outline today. No word counts. That's excellent, though, if you're a person who loves to plot. Do you enjoy plotting? And Camille, after the developmental edit, I'm making changes to my manuscript. Whew. That's exciting, and sometimes it could be a little intimidating. How's it going for you? Jeannie's working on a brand new outline for a different kind of story. A different kind of story. And sounds intriguing.
I know. Like different from what you normally write, or different all the way around? I know.
Inquiry minds want to know.
Yes, we really do. Are you changing writing the way that we know it?
Let us know about your innovations. So let's create a new room.
Is your shirt says so soul glow, huh? Yeah.
Soul glow. Yeah.
Yes. I was like, where have I seen that picture from? And then I was all, yep.
Yes. Coming to America.
Have you seen the second one yet?
No, I'm waiting until I'm back at my mom's, because I think that she'll have a hoot. And I know that he's watched the first one, but I have a feeling that my mom probably will have more fun with it.
Right.
Okay, this is the second time I've heard something about Kindle Vella. And I know that it's something that Kindle launched yesterday, but I haven't gotten any information about it. I just saw someone had mentioned it, like Jeannie or MM. Whoa, MM! I didn't see you. Hello. I didn't see that you showed up, but someone mentioned it in a Discord that I'm in, and I'm all, what is that?
I know. Now I'm like, what is that?
Is it like a serial situation? Derek Murphy did a video on it a few days ago. I really like Derek Murphy's the information that he gives, but I don't often watch his videos. So if he would have said something in a newsletter, I would have read it. Joanne hates plotting. I have to learn to love it. I do more of a retro outline rather than actual plotting. The most I'll do is kind of figure out what's happening in the next scene before I write it.
Right.
But I don't really think of that as plotting. Jeannie, this is an actual fantasy romance. Ooh, that'll be fun.
Very cool.
Kimberly drafts much faster with the plot outline. So I've heard. So I've heard. All right, so I was right. Bella is a serial thing like Radish or Wattpad, says MM. Okay. Ooh.
So,
Theo has some delicious lunch. Chinese egg and shrimp fried rice with chow mein. Oh my gosh.
oh, that does sound really good.
Nom nom nom. Nicole says it's Kindle version of serials and short fiction using coins. Readers buy bundles of coins to buy new episodes. First 3 episodes are always free.
Interesting.
That is interesting. We're both like, and how could that be incorporated into my already crazy workload?
Right? I'm like,
What story that I haven't written yet could work as a serial?
I don't know if I have that much, like, I don't know if I have that much time to dedicate to like a weekly serial.
I think what I would have to do is like write out half of the story beforehand and like divvy it out. It costs a token per 100 words, and the author gets 50% for now. It is a little tedious on the upload because copy and paste screws up the formatting. So easier to upload each chapter as separate doc, says MM. Nicole says it sounds like it would work best for prolific writers unless you're writing short stories. Dig it. Probably stories that would like have like a large world, many plot lines, things like that. I can see that. It's interesting though. It's an interesting idea. It's interesting that they decided to try to horn in on that market.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. Joanne wants to know, does it have to be exclusive to Kindle? And Nicole says yes, it must be exclusive. All right. Look at y'all telling us what the 411 is.
I know. It's kind of nice though, because if you think about it, like so many indies are starting to go wide instead of just sticking with Kindle. And so this gives them something that they can say, okay, you have to be exclusive with us.
Right.
And like, I think CJ, doesn't she host her serial on her own website?
Yeah, she hosts it on her website. Wow, what is up with my mouth and saying words?
It's okay. Today is not my best speaking day either, but it's nice that they're saying yes, it has to be exclusive, but at least you're getting paid for it. Whereas if you were to host it on your own website, you might get a donation, or you most likely won't. You know what I'm saying?
Or you have to like find some way to have ads on it or something in order to monetize it. It's definitely harder to monetize your own blog.
Yeah.
MM says they have a 72-hour review policy for each episode. Okay.
I think that's standard, even when you do your books, like when you upload your novels and stuff. Yeah. Because they just want to make sure that people aren't getting garbage.
Did I? Oh, okay, good. I did add the Forest app code if anyone else would like to join. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes and then I'll add it. Sia loves your braid. very Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I was out in the yard with the dogs, and they're so big that if it's loose, it gets a little bit wild. And I was putting it in a like a bun ponytail, where they call it a sloppy bun.
Mm-hmm.
But Oink has learned that if she stands on her hind legs, she can get my attention by yanking on that sloppy bun. Yeah. And
No,
so, yeah.
no.
So I have a little bit more control with the braid.
Oh,
It's
that
here.
Oink.
I know. I'm like, it's here. I can see it. I'm not going to get, sniped from the back. Because I'll be out there, I'll be picking up and you're doing a little bit of cleaning up and everything, and the next thing I know, Oink's like, Mom. Oh, what? Oh, but she's cute.
She is cute. Nicole says a lot of authors use Patreon or something like that for short stories or extras. True, or they have a serial in their newsletter.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of authors who don't use Patreon.
Yeah.
I have a Patreon if you guys are interested. There's a link in the description. Still trying to hit that 50 patron mark so I can release paperbacks.
That's right. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. That's actually not a bad idea. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see what you're doing? Now I'm like, oh, I got to come back and revisit this. So I'm going to write it down. Because like when you're doing a serial, because you were saying I'd have to write like half of it, or you'd write like half of it and then publish it. So it would basically be like one chapter at a time.
Yeah. Hey VC, how you doing? Some authors are moving away from Patreon as it's less than robust in some features. True. Nothing's perfect.
I still am on Patreon, but there have been a couple of things that I have posted that I thought was very vanilla as in regards to like Ava Fox and the genre in which that is. And I got the this has to be reviewed because it might go against community guidelines because the word orgasm was in it. And I was like,
oh,
really?
Oh.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on this, but I think that's the medical term. Sorry.
Yeah, it could have been a much more graphic.
Oh yeah, I'm like, are you serious? Okay, all right.
Yeah, VC, it is. It's a Soul Glow t-shirt. I can't even remember where I bought this from. A friend of mine found it somewhere and was like, "Oh my gosh, you should get this." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you are right. I need it." The community guidelines are really strict.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't ran into any of those problems yet, fortunately. It's really interesting to me because there are voice actors who create not safe for work like ASMR audios who have their explicit audios on Patreon. So, and let me tell you, they use words that are not nearly as clean and vanilla as orgasm. So,
yeah,
that's interesting.
Who was it? Or I know who it was. I can't remember. Carrow went to something star. Is it like, it's not Napster. It's
yeah, I can't remember what that was called, but I do remember her mentioning it.
I can't remember what it's called either, because but from what I understand, their community guidelines are far more relaxed. And I've considered maybe jumping on that, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really want to commit to anything new right now because I need to finish my book. Okay.
Right.
I need to get it done.
Speaking of, let's hit some words here. We're gonna
Absolutely.
write for 15 minutes, and we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. and we grew a tree. How'd y'all do? What'd you do? Let us know in the comments down below. I wrote 200 words.
Awesome.
And I got a letter from Sky here.
Awesome.
That I will not open on air because that feels weird.
Right.
But I ordered this dress and it just came in.
Oh, awesome.
So I'll open that. But how did you do, Dana?
I am not entirely sure. I have to count my words because, the handwriting thing. Yeah, I'm like, I would say, let's say between 50 and 60.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Miss Sarah, Wordsmith Sarah writes, she's changed up her channel name a wee bit, just a little bit. But she's here. She's totally here, but just in silence. And when I read that, like 10 different songs that have silence in the title went through my head.
Yeah, right.
That's how my brain works. BC's a nervous Nelly about a new logo design. Ooh, that's exciting. Is the person who is designing your logo anyone we're familiar with? And I'm glad that you got your connection back, Joanne.
Mm-hmm.
Probably leaving. You've probably already left, but bye. Glad to see you. Oh, MM says there's no way to have a print version of the stuff on Vella without taking it off. That's odd since you can print books with Amazon.
Well, maybe that's why it's maybe that's why it's so inexpensive. I don't know. We have to look into it more.
Yeah.
Because if you just get the ebook, it's far less expensive than if you get the paperback.
That's true.
And then could you imagine like paying to print each chapter of an ongoing serial?
Yeah, that'd be awful.
That would eventually be like way more money than, so I could see why they wouldn't want to print each one.
But if the serial would eventually come to an end,
right? But then you could pull it off of that, make it into one book, and then sell it that way.
Yeah, I guess that's how people have to do it.
Yeah.
Camille finished one chapter, 33 more to go. Hey, but you got that first one down, so you're making moves. And this is the dress.
Oh, that's really pretty.
So it'll be like knee length.
Yeah.
And I really like this part.
Yeah, with the pockets. It's got pockets.
It's got pockets. Oh, this is gonna be really pretty.
I would probably wear more dresses if they came with pockets. Which
you have to
obviously
look hard.
Yeah.
I'm excited. That's gonna be pretty.
I'm all, because as much as I love carrying my bag around, I just love that convenience of being able to slide it in. My phone is always in my pocket. It's always in my pocket. But
yay for pockets, exactly, Jeannie. Joanne with the sun, great. I love pockets on skirts and dresses. Me too. Now I ordered some other things, like 3 skirts that are just super basic. Like one's a hunter green, the other's like a gray, and one's black. And but none of those have pockets, so
Right.
that sucked. But I was just looking for more skirts because I appear to not have many skirts here, and I think that most of them's at my mom's house probably.
Right.
But I'd like to be able to wear clothes.
Right.
This oh god, this is so it's really difficult to live between two homes.
Yeah. I
MM says that Vela seems to be weirdly separated from KU and KDP. Let's see. Hmm. I wonder why that was a choice they decided to make.
they're always trying to find a way to increase their profits.
Right.
Or maybe they're thinking it's like an encouraging way to help writers publish, like, you know, because there's the whole controversy between, are you an author if you haven't published something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's their way of saying, hey, you might not be ready to put out a whole entire book, but here's this thing, you can do this and make some money and call yourself whatever you want without, any kind of resistance. I don't know. At this point in time, I'm just pulling shit out of my ass because because I'm trying to find the positives and why they would do this to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Joanne's like, nah, it's about profits.
Yeah.
The web fiction sector is crazy profitable. And like one web comic that I read, which of course isn't the same thing, but kind of goes into this story or to this whole conversation. It's been coming out for like 15, 20 years or something. Like, it's a very long based serial. So
Right.
if you're able to create a story and keep it going like that, I imagine it could become profitable.
Yeah.
In China, there's millionaire web novel writers. Wow. On web novel and Railroad, there are multiple writers who make 10K per month. Wow.
Wow.
One day. One day.
And I'm like,
maybe not today, but one day.
Oh.
Amazon also has a magazine publishing department, so it isn't that unfeasible. It would be novel to get a magazine, the latest chapters from serial shorts like the old Reader's Digest. That's an interesting idea, man. So they probably have a number of different ways that they could potentially play this, and they're probably trying to see what's going to work with the press sector, who's going to buy what.
Yeah. If you are creative enough to put together an entire magazine, my hat's off to you. That is definitely something that I would not, because it's not just collecting articles. It's like laying everything out so that it's appealing, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for, especially like the weekly magazines and newspaper. Like, no one ever really thinks about how much time it takes to actually put the newspaper together and get it out every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I worked in newspaper and in magazines, so I've thought about it extensively.
Right.
But yeah, most people definitely don't think about it.
Yeah. Every time I think about the people who have to like organize that stuff, and it talk about deadline. I mean,
yeah, it's definitely a team effort.
Yeah. I always am like, no wonder why they're like, they probably have gallons of milk for all the indigestion from the stress.
Newsrooms are very stressful. Yeah, the lack of pockets is ridiculous. We deserve pockets. All right. So if you guys notice, the Forest app code is on here on the screen. I'll give you a couple minutes if you haven't already to join our room. We are going to do this for about 20 or 15 minutes. Sorry. Let's see. There we go on that. Yeah, the story is going pretty well. I might be able to finish this today if I actually, I don't know, write it.
Yeah.
What a freaking novel idea. A writer writing her stuff. What? I've been kind of off,
Yeah.
and I've been concentrating on other things, but I really want to get these finished, so I'm
Yeah.
going to have to do a little bit better time management so I can get this done and the other things that I'm working on done that's not writing related.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hit it. Let's do this. 15 minutes on the clock, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Ooh, look at that. We grew a tree, y'all. How'd you do? What'd you do? Let us know in the comments down below. I I'm playing For the Words, and let's see how many. Oh, I need 5 more words, and then I'll have defeated this renew. Hold on a second.
Oh, I did not add more words. I got sidetracked on finding out more details about this Kindle Vella, which has sparked my attention.
I wrote 400 words because I defeated 2 of these renews, and they were 200 words each. Cool.
Awesome.
So with this, the last sprint, I'll have written 1,000 words during today, which is awesome. I think that with another 1,000, I could probably wrap this story up.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, how about it?
Yeah.
I hate formatting. It makes me crazy. Ugh, I don't like it either.
Oh, I know. I'm not very good at it, and so I love the fact that I have friends who know how to do it and are good at it, and I can turn to them and be like, "Help me, friend."
Yeah, I'm not friend. If I don't know what I'm doing,
Right?
I find it to be very tedious because it's very exacting,
Right?
and it's like I just find it annoying.
Yeah. That's why
people love it.
Yeah.
Like works into with their personality.
Yeah, that's why I'm very thankful for my friend that I know who knows how to do it. And of course, that person makes it sound like it's super, super easy and has walked me through the process. And I still, even after being walked through the process, I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things,
Yeah. Yep.
Hello, dear. We are streaming. Do you want to dance for the people?
Dance, dance, dance.
That was a very quick no.
Oh my gosh. Do your dancey dance.
Dana said, do your dancey dance. He said he's holding a coffee mug, and he went. That was the answer. So very, very sage. Very sage.
Okay.
Camille's trying to describe her characters without sounding stupid or over the top. I feel that.
Yeah.
BC turns to Sako to format. Well, that's cool. Are y'all still doing the collaborative book? I haven't caught anybody's streams in so long.
Yeah.
I think the last stream I saw of Sako's was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, you're doing better than me because
they want you to do a math dance, and BC is determined that one day you'll dance for them.
One day, but today is not that day.
Today is not the day. He thinks we're all ridiculous.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
You guys, I've been spending way too much time on TikTok, and like the authors on TikTok, everyone has been wearing crowns.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I'm trying to figure out what crowns have to do with being an author. I was like, well, I mean, don't attack me.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't have a direct correlation, but there's something. There's something there.
I know. I was looking at crowns last night, and I pulled out the tape measure, and of course Mr. Man's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to envision like the size of this crown and whether or not it's going to work." And so he helped me, and it was the tiniest little like I might be able to make a bun and then stick it on the bun.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, that's not going to work. This is not what I'm looking for.
Whoa. Wait, so you guys have already submitted for developmental edits? Did you finish your draft, or are you just seeing with what you have done how it's working? Do you guys want to see my crown? Do you want to see it?
Yeah, they want to see it.
Do you want to see it? Oh, Carrow was on Lisa's yesterday. That's awesome. I have talked to her a wee bit, but I've just been letting her have her space. Because sometimes life is crazy, and when it is crazy, you need space. Or at least I do. So I try to give it to people. Oh, also, here's the code for the Forest app, the room, which will be the last room of this stream. For 15 minutes, we'll be writing the things. So this is the crown.
And that looks so pretty.
So that's what it looks like.
Did it come in a blue box?
Yes, it did.
I think that you and I might have the same eye for sexy stuff. So, except because I've got. Well, I'll show it to you later. I'll show it to you later.
Excellent. I love this, and I wasn't totally convinced about getting a crown, and then I put it on, and I was like, oh, "This is incredible!"
Yeah,
like, it was less than $20, and it makes me feel like, I don't know, not regal, but something. Makes me feel something. And then I have all these ideas for TikToks that I want to do with it. So
makes you the writing queen. Hello.
you just, I don't know. And it's such a silly thing. And I was never the kind of kid who had like crowns and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's literally the first one I've had in my life.
Yeah.
And glad I waited, because that one's pretty cool. I like it.
Right. I bought mini monster crowns because like I never had crowns when I was a kid, and then I became an adult and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't need a crown. I'm a mom now. And so I would buy her little crowns and tiaras and everything. And wouldn't you know, she's like, they're pretty, but they're not me, Mom. That's not my style. I'm like, even when she was little, like I would put it in her hair and I'd make a big fuss about it and everything, and she was like, no,
this is not who I am, woman.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like,
it could be.
Yeah. So last night when I was looking through all these crowns, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop projecting myself onto my daughter. I'm going to buy myself a crown and be like, yeah, I'm a queen, an empress of something.
Something. I got a crown.
That's right.
But yeah, the math guy must just think I'm a nut. I'm over here with crowns and fans and all sorts of stuff. He's like, none of this has anything to do with writing. I'm like, it's good for my mental.
And that has everything to do with writing.
Right? Like, let me participate in self-care.
That's right. Stop killing my vibe, man.
Right? MM usually catches 10 to 12 streams a week. You know, I was doing that and
Yeah.
then everything changed.
Yep.
And I've been trying to get back into stuff and I feel like I'm not doing the best job, but I'm trying.
Right.
Trying. I don't feel like I'm succeeding, but I'm giving it a go.
I I'm like, I used to be on like 5 streams a week. um and
Right?
and now I'm slowly working my way back into the presence. I think that people underestimate what it is. It looks, it looks easy. It looks so easy. And then after you do it for a couple of years, you're like, whew, I need to take a break. And then you take a break and you're like, okay, now I need to get back into it. And getting back into it is,
It's difficult.
yeah,
It is difficult. It's difficult. But, I also feel like at one point we were doing too much.
yeah,
We were just doing too much. We had a lot of on our plates and we were juggling too many things. And
yeah,
then, I don't know, burnout's real. It's
yeah,
true, BC. It does take time and energy to stream, even if you're not the host. Like, it's draining, but it's fun.
right,
And
right.
that's the thing. Like, this is fun. I love having you on the channel with me and us chatting and then all of our friends being in the comments. Like, this is a good time,
Right.
but it can be a bit draining.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's
Especially
like
when you're doing it like
every
five,
week.
10 times a week, going
Yeah.
on to everyone else's channel, being involved in as many, because as a group, we've all started like creating different ways of having new interactions, especially during last year when everyone was like home all the time and trying to keep our sanity.
Right,
Like,
right.
I mean, we had the nerve to create a freaking a freaking weekend event in like a month
Right?
that
That's pretty
like
cool though.
it was cool and I think it went well, but like, come on, those are the
Right.
kind of things that people plan months in advance and we did it
Right.
like 1 month.
Like 6 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, like,
But I always look at it as like when you host a party at your house, you you have to clean everything, you have to prepare everything, and then the night comes and you're hosting and you're talking and you're mingling and you're laughing and ha ha ha, and then the party's over and you have to do the cleaning and the putting the stuff away. And if you do that every week, 5 times a week, eventually it's like, because even when you're not the host, even though you're having tons of fun and everything, you're still helping the host in the background, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
yeah, so I'm like, it's so much fun and it's so much work, and I definitely underestimated what it takes to, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
and then on top of all of it, you still have to have that creative space. So you're running the stream, you're talking to people, you're mingling, you're doing all this stuff, and you're trying to stay in that creative mental frame of mind so you can write all the words. And you just
And it can be difficult. I think that's why a lot of people started doing streams that incorporated more than just writing, because it gives you
yeah,
more flexibility
yeah,
to work on things that you need to work on and still have this community camaraderie,
mm-hmm.
which I really appreciate. I needed to take a little time away from it because I wasn't in the best headspace and I didn't want to put all of my negativity and everything that I was feeling out into the universe for other people to absorb. I I guess I'm very conscious of that. Like, what we're saying and doing here is affecting us as well as anyone who's watching it.
Yeah,
And I knew that I wasn't in a good frame of mind to like to kind of be able to rise above how negative I was feeling and like give out any type of good vibes.
Right,
I'm not
right,
saying that I need to be like, 100% always happy and cheerleader all the time, but I do try to not be an incredible downer,
right.
you know? Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to tune into that.
Right,
Someone
right.
who's always sad and depressed. And that's how I was feeling for a couple
Yeah.
months.
Well, and that too is draining because and I thought that it was really cool how as a group we all were kind of doing the same thing. We were all having this stress and we were all feeling this burn and we were all, but at the same time we were draining ourselves a little bit more because we put on our happy face and we're like, yeah, we're going to be positive, we're going to be that. And that alone is exhausting. And I think that it's really neat. We did not coordinate like this little break, this little mental self-care break. It's almost like without saying anything, we all said the same thing when we were like, it's time to find ourselves again.
Yeah. It's time to breathe a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yep. So definitely listen to your body when it says that you need to take a break. Do it.
Yeah, BC absolutely pushing through the burnout is the worst thing. It really is. It
Yeah.
does not help. It just prolongs it.
Yeah.
Just prolongs it. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way because I am stubborn.
That's right.
I'm
That's
like, I could do this. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Oh yeah. And
But is
like
it?
right. And that's the other thing. Like I was from a young age, I was trained fake it till you make it. So every everything is fine, everything is shiny, no matter how unshiny and fine it really is. Everything is wonderful. And that's exhausting. It is absolutely exhausting. And
Mhm.
your body gives you so many chances to say, okay, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of myself. And then it's just finally like, okay, you know what? If you're not going to do this, I'm going to do this for you.
Oh no, now I'm exhausted and I'm depressed and I'm kind of sick and everything's going wrong with my body. I wonder what happened. Well,
Yeah.
you've been running on fumes for a freaking year and it caught
Yeah.
up. Plus, last year, there were so many. If it would have been a normal year, it would have
Mhm.
been super stressful.
Yeah.
But it was like not a normal year.
Right.
And then it
Right.
was had like the normal stresses and then these unusual stresses and then like worldwide stresses. Like,
Yeah.
dang,
Like, yeah.
2020, what a crazy ride.
Yeah. It was like if there was one more thing, the whole world would have just popped.
Felt like that.
Yeah,
It
that's
really did.
yeah, because even I mean just the environment was so it was just a very heavy year, and it was almost like there were no sacred spaces to go and recharge. Everywhere was stress.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Let's do this last sprint. You
yeah.
guys ready? Because I'm ready. I'm almost at 1,000 words for the day. And I think that I can probably hammer out 2,000 words today because I'm feeling it. I think it's like because it's really overcast, y'all. It's like super gray and it's 48 degrees or something.
Hmm.
And I'm just, my little writer heart's like, yes, words. Let's drink coffee and tea and write all the things.
That's right.
So let's drink some coffee and tea and write all the things. Don't forget to save your work, whatever you're doing.
Right.
Get some water, get up and stretch, go to the restroom. All right, let's hit this. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We've grown a tree, and I need to write 12 more words so that I can win this battle. So please allow me a moment to do that. But how'd y'all do and what'd you do? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm going to finish these words real quick.
I wrote 46 words. Woo!
Excellent. And I wrote 200 more.
Awesome.
Which means I wrote over 1,000 words today. All told, 1,112.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, pretty hyped.
Oh.
Bye, Jeannie.
I know.
Hey, Eva, we are going to be wrapping up pretty soon, but I'm glad that you stopped in to say hello, and hit the like button. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I was reading Jeannie's comment and I was like, yeah. You feel like you're alone, but you're not.
You're not at all. You're not at all. There's a lot of us who are. I mean, it's been a challenging time, and for some of us, it's still pretty challenging. For others of us, we're figuring it out. But regardless, you're not alone in it.
That's right.
See, BC worked on photo editing for thumbnails. Can't seem to write today, so you're doing other creative stuff, which is absolutely valid because some days writing's just not coming. Like today, I am very grateful that my brain is letting me write because I have spent the last 3 days trying to write and it just
not happening.
Nothing was coming. Nothing was coming. But now stuff's happening and I'm excited for it. It's nice.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice change.
I'm glad that I'm here in the chair because I'm getting stuff done that I've been meaning to get done for a while, and I'm like, woohoo! I'm being productive. I mean, I'm productive every day, but not necessarily always what I want to do.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different kind of productive, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Alley Cat, you are in your Zoom class and giving me so much time. I appreciate you. But we are going to be ending here pretty soon. In fact, we are over the 2-hour time, so I guess we could end at any time. Better Days Sellers. Hello. Eva, lately I write impulsively and not at all when I want to write. Like set times aren't really working out for me.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this transition time. Feeling like I'm waiting for what? Who the fuck knows? I feel that. I think that's one of the reasons why I started writing this stuff under this pen because I was just feeling so stuck and so pressured.
Yeah.
And the pressure, there was some external pressure, but most of it was me.
Right.
And my own expectations on myself. And I felt like I wasn't reaching them. And the more I was trying to push it, the further I was pushing it away,
Right.
But like this pen name is so free. There's no, there's no obligations. There's like nothing to like live up to or to be better than or anything. It's just she just exists.
That's right. And you're not
it's nice.
you're not confined to the limitations of the specific genre. You can just go wild and put what you want because
Yeah.
there's no limits with your pen name.
Yeah. And I'm going wild. I
That's
will
right.
tell you. I was going to share the cover for the first book in my Patreon last week, and I didn't because I got nervous. I don't know. I feel so nervous about it, but I feel like I want people, like the people who are, there and who are really excited about my writing journey. I want them to know about this new leg of the journey.
Right.
So I am going to be sharing that. I'll probably I'm going to share it after the stream. I'm
Okay.
going to share it after the stream because if I say I'm going to do it this weekend, then I'm gonna wuss out. I'm gonna check it
That's right.
out. So I'm doing it after the stream. Okay. Okay. Miss Dina, would you like to tell the people who you are and how they can find you?
Absolutely. I am Dana Gaulin. I write erotic romance under the pen name Ava Fox, and you can find me. Is my link tree down below?
Indeed, it is.
Awesome. I have a link tree down below, and a YouTube channel, and a website, and all kinds of shenanigans that I get into. So yeah.
So you should definitely check her out. Oh, that's really cool.
I gotta go
Did
find
you
out.
did you pick up the Cozy Mystery anthology, Eva? Thank you. I I I know I'm super biased because I'm in it, but I really like that anthology. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Uh, Thanks for coming, Camille. So I host, yes, Mystery Follows Her. That is the cozy mystery anthology that I was lucky enough to be involved in, and it's really cool because the stories take place all over the world in different countries.
Hmm.
It was an international thing that we did. Yeah, so you get to like taste the mystery from all over. My nephew is trying to video chat me. Oh God,
Oh,
what has he done today? Because he would have just gotten home from school. Mm,
oh,
mm,
the
would
endless possibilities.
uh, let's finish this. So another thing that we do, and Dana is involved with now, is Writers Workshop, where we have a nonfiction book club where we discuss a book of the month. And this month's book is Strangers to Superfans: A Marketing Guide to the Reader Journey. Let's Get Publishing Book 2 by David Goffrin. And there's a link for that in the description if you'd like to check it out. We will be chatting on not this upcoming Saturday, but the next, the 24th, 2 p.m. Eastern. It'll be here on this channel. So you should come and hang out and chat with us.
Definitely.
So again, my name is Tamara Wiz. This is my channel where I talk about books and writing. As we were discussing, I have a Patreon. The link is in the description. I'm trying to hit 50 followers, 50 wonderful patrons, so I can start releasing paperbacks. Because as Eva mentioned, I'm in a paperback anthology, and I have a poetry collection that I released, oh gosh, like 5 years ago. That's in paperback, but the majority of the things I have is not. So please, if you like what I do, if you'd like to be involved, then you can support me there. Also, I host hashtag Write Stuff, which is a Twitter chat that happens every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We also have a Facebook group that's in the description as well. And Writers Workshop has a Goodreads group, and that link is in the description. Is there anything else? I feel like that's a lot. So I'm trying to do this every Thursday at 1 p.m., where for a couple hours we write and we chat and hang out. So whether you are here right now while we're live or if you're watching this in the replay, I appreciate you so much. Otherwise, we would just be two weirdos talking to each other on the internet. So, so have a good one. Happy writing, happy life. Don't forget to hydrate, and we'll see you in the next one.
And save your work.
Save your work.